Blanc's, I think, out of sight up there somewhere. We're in Chamonix, and it's been quite the journey to get here. It's been about 6 or 7 different trains, subways, planes. This is the main, oh, there's a McDonald's. Look at that. Maybe I should go to McDonald's. This is Chamonix, though. So I just came up the tram car. Luckily, it saved me a decent couple thousand feet. I met Paul and Kelly from Whistler. So I have to hike 2,000 feet up. So I'm actually thinking what you see up there might be the hut. So you can see the trail switches back through this brush at this first hill, and then I'll cut over and presumably switch back up there. So there's the valley we came up from. Crossed over this drainage, and now it's getting steep, unfortunately, for the last, I don't know, 700-800 feet maybe. And we got some steps right here. Getting up there. We have some steep steps now. Impressive view of this glacier here. Just heard some cracking or some rock fall or something. You can start to see, I mean you can't see Blanc, but you can start to see the snow up there to where we're going eventually. And somewhere up here, I would say in the next 300 feet, maybe right above those cranes, which is what I saw from below, is my hut. We've done it, up to the hut. Day 2 started. There's the hut down there. We've just come up 100 feet or so. And we're gonna have to go up, I think, about 2,000 feet to the next hut. Got an ibex here. We've come up, I don't know, 600-700 feet maybe. We're just winding our way up. It's pretty boring. Ibex is all over the place, so I don't know what the plural, ibises. So there's the Gouter hut up there. Tete Rousse, I think, is up on that shelf where you see that cable. Ulrich Seeger. There's where the tram takes you, the highest tram in the world there. Down to Chamonix down there. So there's the Tete Rousse hut. We got a massive snowfield here. That is the death couloir that we'll have to cross tomorrow. And there's the Gouter hut, which is up over 12,000 feet. We've made it to Tete Rousse. Might as well just go summit right now. I just came out the back side of the hut. There's like this little sign says Tete Rousse Beach. There's a little tarp with some beach chairs here. You can just chill, look up at the Gouter hut. You can't see, you know, then you're going up to that snow slope and beyond for the Blanc summit. All right, since it'll be dark tomorrow when I go up this, we just came up from the hut here and are cutting across. A little scouting. We're gonna scout out the death couloir. That's where I think a lot of deaths happen. So anyway, we got some steeper snow here. We're almost off it though. Well, we've made it about, I'd say, a good 500 feet up from the hut. to our crossing of the death couloir. We're gonna walk right through that snow, right over to that arrow on the rock. Look at that view of the valley. Pretty unbelievable. And there's whatever that's called, Aiguille de Midi or something, where the tram goes up. But I'm just heading down this rib. You can see the trail all the way to that hut, then down to where that crane is and that construction is. That's where my hut is. Got an ibex right here. Well, here we are. We're in the little staging room. I guess best practice, put your stuff in here so you don't wake people up. It's 1:40 in the morning. We're about to go 5 miles and 8,100 or 8,200 feet, maybe 8,100 feet up to the summit of Mont Blanc. Well, you probably can't. Well, you can now. We've made the climb to the old Gouter hut. The new one is over. Looks like we're about to get on snow, so I think it's going to be time for crampons. Alright, we're all roped up. Warm clothes. I got a puffy on. And headlamps are off. So gotta head up the snow now. Got the crampons on. Great morning. So we gotta crest this big dome. This isn't the summit. Much higher. We'll see it, I think, when we get on top of this, but we still got a long way to go. But this will be the first climb up here. It's awesome over there. Come over. We said across a crevasse. Oh, we've crested a little hump, and that might be your summit up there. I think it is. Sun's out. This is where we came from. Awesome. There we go. Well, we've reached the Bellevue refuge, and now we just go straight up the ridge to that false summit. Sort of a tough section here. Up to this sort of false summit. Looks like ledges. False summit here. Very steep terrain though, so we gotta be careful. Just step up. I think we're okay. Summit's over there. Crested a couple of false summits. There's your big summit. Still got a while to climb. But I hope this isn't too tricky. It's hard work. Very narrow too. We're popping up on the ridge. There's your summit. Still got a while to go though. This is hard. The altitude's definitely getting me. Show you on there. We did it. We did it. Summit of Mont Blanc. Though it's higher here. That was really hard. And it's warm. Highest peak in Western Europe. Wow. Wow. Summit of Mont Blanc. That might be Saint Gervais over there. I think that's Chamonix that you're seeing down there. Oh boy. That was arguably the hardest day hike I've done. I mean, there's still a lot left, but all right, gonna bang out this descent. Just on the descent here down to this hut where I'm gonna wait for Avery, who's already summited at this point. But he's probably 30 minutes behind me. This is a super steep descent coming off this full summit. I didn't like it climbing up, so I'm probably not gonna like it coming down. But I'm gonna go relax at that refuge in the shade and yeah, drink some water, I guess. But yeah, we gotta get off this rib, and then it's nice switchbacks down to the refuge, and then there's a nice steep drop, and then you can see the path across that. We actually have to gain some elevation to go up over that hump, but I'll do that with him. We'll rope up and we'll make it back to Gouter or Gouter. This is I think it's called the Valo Refuge, and I think, well, there's several buildings, but I'm gonna come sit in the shade here. They have this nice little porch, which isn't too easy to walk on with crampons, but I'll just show you the view. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit against this wall. Man, it's just like glaciers and snow everywhere. Pretty impressive. I mean, look at this. This is the Gouter Dome that you walk right by and get close to summiting. Actually, it's a pretty easy, from that high point, it'd be a pretty easy walk up. Well, we've hit the crevasse again, and this time I'm not roped up with anyone. I'm across. Woo! That was the worst move of the whole hike climb today, I think. So anyway, headed to that hut, and then I'll have a steep rocky descent down from there. Here's the new Gouter hut, Gouter hut. We're almost off snow. So I'll take my crampons off and harness. Not that the crampons are doing anything in slush. Well, this was the part you didn't get to see in the darkness this morning. I was coming up these rocks, which are like pretty. There's a lot of class 3, 4 stuff. And at the Oop, my axe fell. I need to maybe I'll just try to hold it for now. But yeah, there's these cables. Alright, I gotta try to secure this axe, I think. It's sort of your typical class 3 and 4 step down climbing. I guess it's mostly class 3. Here's a better view of the route. We're, I don't know, maybe halfway down. But you can see it just follows this rock rib. But then eventually we have to cross that thing, which is the Grand Couloir or the Death Couloir. And when the sun hits it, that's when a majority of the rockfall happens. I haven't heard any in the last 10-15 minutes that I've been on this, surprisingly, because I heard several yesterday, and it was actually earlier in the day. So just headed straight down this rib. It's very monotonous, but it's just, you gotta take care with every step, because one bad step and you're not falling and getting hurt, but you're potentially getting scraped up or something. But that's the hut we're gonna pass by next, where I left some bottles. All right, this is the Death Couloir. Safe. Did it. Safe. That is the example of what I did not want to get hit by coming down the couloir. There's a monster rockfall right now. It's a good thing that didn't happen when I was running across it. That's a big one. I'm just descending down from the Nid D'aigle hut. I'll eventually drop down and go through that meadow, but then I'll have to end up there, so I gotta climb at the end, which is not gonna be fun. And then I gotta get my ski lift, and then I gotta go get my luggage half-mile away at the hotel, and then I have to catch a bus to Chamonix, and then I have to find a place to stay in Chamonix. So it's been quite the day. You know, been hiking for 13, 14 hours now. Granted, part of that I was just sitting around taking a nap waiting for my buddy, but hey, it's gonna be a long day. Well, they hit you with this one steep little final climb here. Although I've been climbing for like the last mile gradually. We're almost to the tramway at Bellevue, so this day of hiking is almost a wrap. As I mentioned, there's just a lot more going on now. And we're back to where it all started. I guess less than 48 hours ago when I was up here and had to hike up. Now, question is, how do I get this tram? Look at those views out there. Anyway, that's a wrap on Mont Blanc. Definitely a hard hike, especially if you start low. You know, pretty technical, well, not technical for mountaineering, but technical for your average hiker, dealing with glaciers and a lot of class 3 and 4 rock. So anyway, I'm gonna get my ticket here.